Hello, my name is Caylin Jackson, and this is my PowerPoint on IDEA and its impact in education, and its impact on myself as well. So my definition of IDEA is a law that was originally passed in 1975 under a different name to make sure that students with special needs get the services they need in school without having to pay for it out of pocket. They receive this from their birth until the end of high school, and what this is really defining IDEA is essentially this act that was put in place, this law that basically paid attention to special education students to make sure they don't slip through the cracks, and because they deserve a free public education that's just as good as a general education student. And this impacts my teaching by forcing me to practice inclusion in a positive way in the classroom. So like I chose this drawing of a student or what a student drew because it just shows that she thinks of all the classmates the same, and it's better actually when they're together and they all have different needs and learn differently. So I think just really emphasizing that in my classroom and how positive it could be, it will extremely impact my teaching in that way, and just to show them that they could be a community full of diverse learners. And also increase responsibility because it does require more of a teacher to collect data, go to the IEP meetings, etc. So this was just a cool quote that I found. It says, "Inclusion is not simply about physical proximity. It is about intentionally planning every day for the success of all students." So like in this photo, finding desks that all fit a wheelchair height, if that's what student you have, or just different things you can do. It's not about just this idea of the physicality of inclusion. It's about the intentionality behind it and like what it can do for a student to plan every single day according to exactly your student's needs. And things I plan to implement based on my learning is to implement IEPs to their fullest extent. So this includes multiple accommodations for the student. Like in the photo right here, it's assistive technology being used in a classroom. And I think a lot of the times IEPs don't necessarily have specific accommodations. So just being aware of different assistive technology that can be used and expanding my knowledge on that, I think will extremely benefit the students in my class, and just to create a positive and accepting classroom community, which is kind of what I talked about before. But thank you so much for listening, and that's all I have.